Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. We're going to be making some lime pickle, as you can see. But it's I need a little stiller. Sweet Stella. No, I'm not being paid by Stella to advertise this beautiful Belgian lime.
We're going to start by chopping the limes up in halves first, then into quarters, and then into eighths. And then give them a jolly good chop up so they're nice and small. That looks about right. 4 tablespoons of salt. Get them in your sterilised jars. I like to mix the salt up bit by bit so it spreads out a bit more evenly. And don't waste that juice, make sure you get it all in. So time to give them a jolly good shake now. I want you to do this once a day. And this is what it looks like after 1 week of shaking. And this is after 2 weeks. Here's your list of ingredients. I'll pop these down in the comments so you can have a good look at them at your own leisure. So we're going to be using some oil, vinegar, ginger paste, garlic paste, ground cumin, coriander, mustard seeds, chilli powder and some sugar too. I like to pop them all in little pots so they're just easy and ready to use.
So here we are after 2 weeks of salting and shaking, and you can see pretty much what it looks like. A bit brownish, bit yucky looking, but it smells delicious. So we're going to start by pouring the water out of this pan. Right, we're going to be using this convection hob. Never really used it before. Right, we're going to add a bit of oil to the pan. A couple of glugs, I would think. 1 glug, 2 glugs. That'll do fine. I'm just using vegetable oil. If you want to be posh, you can probably use olive oil, but I'm not bothering. Right, first of all, we're going to pop in these mustard seeds. I'll put the recipe and everything in the notes so you can have a look. It'll have the exact amounts. So, in they go. Pop that over there. Make sure, and we're going to stir these round until they've sort of all popped. Can you hear them? Like Rice Krispies, isn't it? Just give them a minute or 2, whatever. I hope it's not splashing the new t-shirt. Right, I'm going to add all the dry spices now, which we've got cumin, we've got some coriander, we've got some chilli powder. So let's cook this off for about a minute or 2. It tastes horrible if you don't do it properly. Can you see the colour of it? Looks lovely. Right, we're going to add the limes in next. Pop that down there. A little one first. It smells lovely. Can you smell it? Let's get it in before things start burning. A good mix. I know you can't smell it, but it smells absolutely beautiful. Come on, come on! No, it's not going to come out. But I hate programs where I don't get all the stuff out. Turn it up a bit. Mix it all around. We're going to add the brown sugar in now. Sprinkle it about. So I've got 100 ml of warm water. It's quite a lot of limes here. We used 14 and I chopped them up a lot smaller than I did the last ones. There's nothing worse than getting a big lump of lime pickle in your sandwich. It really is a good recipe this, it tastes just like the shop. I'll show you a picture of one I made a few months ago. Right, we'll get that to a boil. Right, we need to add the garlic paste and the ginger paste now. So 2 tablespoons. And then 2 tablespoons of the ginger tea. Oh, it's beautiful. And we want 2 tablespoons of the vinegar too. I think that's 1. I think that might be 2. Let's give it a good old stir. Oh, it's beautiful. Tell you what, if you've got a blocked nose, this will definitely clear it. It'll probably be stinking the house out. So let's get it up to a boil. Then we're going to simmer it for about 20 minutes. I actually think this needs a bit more water in. And that's it. Let's get it up to the boil and we'll let it simmer. Right, we're up to a boil now. So I'm just going to turn it down a bit and we'll let it simmer away. Well, I took it down to number 2 and it stopped. So we're back up to number 3 and it seems to be boiling away. Let's leave that 20 minutes. Back in a minute, see what happens. Okay, we're about 10 minutes into the cook. I went all scouse then for a minute. About 10 minutes in and it's looking a bit browner, isn't it? A bit more gloopy. You'll know when it's done, when it gets to that consistency that you see in the end, you know when they bring out the delicious spices. It's going to be so good. Tell you what, I'm going to have a little taste. It is quite bitter. But then again, it's supposed to be, isn't it? I think I'll just leave it like that. I do believe earlier on that I said this little thing here was a convection hob. But of course it isn't. It's an induction hob. You idiot. So we've got it to about the right consistency. I think it's nice and gloopy. It's gone from a yellow to a bit of a brown. It should be right. I think it'll go a bit darker. It's starting to catch on the bottom now as well. So that's done. That's definitely done. So what I'm going to do now, I've turned it off already. I'm going to let it cool down and then we're going to pop it into the sterilised jars. See you in a bit. Have I mentioned the coleslaw, by the way? My mate Mandy says, whenever I say the C word, I get a coleslaw. Well, I must have been saying the C word quite a lot lately. What a
So while we let it cool down, I've got the jars ready. They're all nice and sterilised. And I'm going to have a spot of lunch. Back to it in a minute.
What? So I'm not allowed a frozen chicken tikka masala and a bottle of Stella? What's up with it? So I'll finish my chicken tikka masala and very nice it was indeed. And this stuff's cooled down. I'll put it in jars of various sizes. I've done 2 little ones for 2 of my special friends. You don't know who you are yet, but you'll find out soon enough. I'm sure you didn't really want to watch me fill the jars up because that would have been really, really boring. Anyway, they're still a little bit warm, so let them cool down a bit. Pop them in the fridge, which is over there. You don't know that, but my fridge is over there. Leave them a couple of weeks, and then get it out, scoop it out, whack it on your sandwich, and it's exactly like lime pickle you're going to need. Apparently you can keep them in the fridge for about 2 months and it'll be fine. I've actually had one in there about 5 months, still using it, still okay. So you please yourself, whatever you think's best. Anyway, thanks for joining us and I'll catch you next time.